Excellency, you've just met the President, perhaps the last time before the new year. What do you want to say about that?
Well, thank you very much. I've come to brief Mr. President on so many issues of interest to our administration and the country, indeed. One of them, of course, was the passage of the 2023 Appropriation Bill, the passage of the Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2022, the Finance Bill, and so many others, and of course the work that will continue on the Ways and Means restructuring and other issues of national interest to us as an administration. So the meeting was very, very fruitful, and we are looking forward to Mr. President signing the Appropriation Bill 2023 by the grace of God on Tuesday. This is because we signed the documents yesterday, having have to lose some grounds in terms of time because of some of the anomalous figures we had in the bill presented to the National Assembly. But thank God, the National Assembly in both chambers have passed the Appropriation Bill 2023 on Wednesday, and I'm sure that Mr. President and his team on the executive side will work on what we have done. And fasting on Tuesday, the first official working day of the year, I believe that Mr. President will be signing the Appropriation Bill 2023. We are very pleased that we have been able to, in the last 4 years, ensure the passage of the appropriation bills in record time before every Christmas, and Mr. President had always signed before the end of the year. This year particularly is because of the anomalous, very undesirable and unfortunate situation that we had to delay a little bit. You recall that the National Assembly had to cut down its recess, Christmas recess, to come back on Wednesday for the sole purpose of passing the appropriation bill that we could have passed a week before. So all the same, there's nothing that to be missed. This administration, working between the executive and the legislature, has succeeded in bringing into regularity the appropriation bill all the 4 years so far into the regular, very desirable and predictable January to December budget for our country. And it has shown some impacts across the states as well, because many, or let me say most of our states have their appropriation bills passed and even assented to before the next year. And I know that even this year, so many states have already passed and signed the appropriation bills in those various states. So it has this multiple impact on the polity. On the economy, when the federal government passes and assents to the appropriation bill and the states do the same, the economy starts to receive injection of funds right from January of the following year. So we, without sounding immodest, in the 9th Assembly and working very harmoniously in a very cordial manner with the executive arm of government, have been able to make this economy a little bit better. It would have been worse if the budgets were passed May, June of every year or the following year, and so on and so forth. This is on the side of the budget. We have also discussed the 2023 general elections. The current National Assembly has always supported the executive in terms of ensuring that INEC gets whatever is necessary for it to work to ensure that our elections are supported, that INEC doesn't lack in anything. And 2023 particularly is a very, very important year for us. So we have recommitted ourselves to ensuring that we give INEC whatever it needs for it to conduct a very free, transparent, and credible 2023 general elections. And we are here at all times between now and June 11th, when our tenure will also expire as a legislature in the National Assembly. But before then, whatever INEC needs, for 2023 to be a success, we will surely and certainly provide such support. And we have assured Mr. President that between now and May 29th, when he would finish his tenure, his second tenure, that the legacy projects should be completed. Many of them are at the verge of being completed. Some have even been completed. The second Niger Bridge, for example, something that defied all the previous administrations. This administration has succeeded in constructing that second Niger Bridge, and of course, our people in the southeast, particularly and the south-south, are already have started utilizing that bridge. And there are so many legacy projects that we feel this administration should complete where possible, and where it is not possible to complete them, we should take them to the point at which the next administration will simply do little to complete them. But on the whole, I believe that working together between us in the legislature and the National Assembly and the executive arm of government led by His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, I think that relationship has produced very positive results, very good outcomes for this country. Imagine that the relationship is broken, that we simply are fighting on territorial grounds and so on and so forth. The country would have been worse for it, the citizens would have lost, and we have no regrets whatsoever for working together to ensure that we support the executive arm of government in ensuring good governance, providing infrastructure across the country. And there's no part of this country today that does not have one project, one infrastructure development or the other. It doesn't matter where, but there's no part of Nigeria today that cannot say this is a federal government project. And this has never happened in the history of Nigeria, especially in the Fourth Republic. And even where people will say certain areas have not been properly accommodated, I think it's not correct. I believe that maybe the government needs to do more of publicity, more of communication, to tell Nigerians what it has been able to do, so that those who are doing so, criticizing ignorantly, will see what the government has done. There are some that will never see anything good in whatever it is. It's unfortunate you cannot do anything with people like that. But on the whole, the federal government of Nigeria, under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari, has done quite a lot. And I personally feel that it deserves all the support of Nigerians. Those of us in position of authority as members of the National Assembly, we continue to give the kind of support that is required, that is necessary for this administration to finish strong and finish very, very well. Thank you.